So I committed to uploading a video every day for the next couple of days until the end of July 2024. And yesterday I failed that task. Now that was extremely frustrating to wake up to this morning, but I learned a lot, and that was specifically that my behavior for yesterday went off the rails Saturday in the evening once I started to drink beer because I can drink beer and be fine and even do still be productive after drinking alcohol. But if that's combined with getting home late and sitting down by my computer and turning the computer on, it's game over. That's when my old behavioral patterns still kick in and where I just autopilot to bad sleep, staying up too late, and then waking up terribly, being only interested in chasing dopamine all of Sunday, and then staying up late again. But then Monday comes back, and I'm like, okay, I have to switch to a different behavioral pattern because I have work. And suddenly everything works again. So, what does that lead to? Well, pay attention to your normal behavioral patterns, pay attention to your behavioral triggers because the triggers are kind of like railway points. You're going straight, straight, straight. And if you're building a new personality or identity or behavioral pattern, a new habit, it's gonna work for a while, but let's say the whole road, this is our old behavioral pattern on the right. Eventually, the new pattern swerves back into the old one if we haven't established, let's say, a complete track for it. So at the start, it's probably good enough to just focus on one thing, but we want to go step by step and construct the way we want to live, essentially. It's nice to start with the morning, at least it worked for me. It's gonna work for a lot of people, but not for everybody, like the night owls, or the people that have a very stressful morning, like if you have to take care of your children in the morning, there's no time for any sort of personal stuff, maybe. Maybe that only comes around by lunch or in the evenings when the kids are asleep. You have to find the window of time where you could change things, and then you actually have to change things. And from this new part of behavior, you know, it's you move onto the track, you move through the behavior, and then you go back. But you lengthen this track until my fingers can't display it anymore. And that's what you have. And the second thing I learned from failing was that I'm really looking forward to this. And by this, I mean recording a video. It's so much fun. I ignored the metrics. This video is probably gonna have 0 views, possibly forever or until I delete it. And that's fine because I'm sharing my thoughts both with the rest of the world, but really with myself. I'm clarifying what I'm thinking. I'm crystallizing, I'm hoping to crystallize value that's in my head. And this is kind of like writing, but I also get to practice I don't even know, my skills, my acting skills, but it's not really acting. My speaking skills, my social skills, whatever skills you need while being on camera and producing content, that's what you get to practice. That and clear thinking. And you know what? I really like it. I think that's the most important thing about failure. One, it reminds us that we can still grow and improve. Two, it shows us if we actually value something, because if we want to keep improving, then yes, it's a good fit. And three, we we get to start again. Not maybe from zero, but I have the bad habit of preferring to start and go through this initial phase of starting motivation, maybe. Yeah, Maybe that's why I like failing so much, because I get to start all over again instead of being continuously successful, where it's like the vibe is completely different of day 1000 of doing vocabulary compared to day 2. On day 2, you're probably way more motivated. And if you keep failing and you keep tricking your mind on being on day 2 again, that might get tiring and boring, but maybe deep down you're a bit like me and addicted to starting over and over again. Which wasn't the conclusion I wanted to reach here, but it's another lesson for crystallizing thoughts. So, conclusion here, enjoy. Enjoy what you're doing, enjoy what you're failing, enjoy and be grateful, because eventually you'll find something that's fun doing and you'll keep doing it even if you fail everything else. And it might not be money, it might not be that useful, but at least you'll live a life of joy if you can find the time and the activity that brings you joy, no matter how miserably you fail.